What's going on, family, and welcome back to another Women Who Rock Wednesday. And this time we have got a new feature with the Sixsters. I was really impressed with what I heard from Same Kid, and after you guys have letting me know in the comments of just how I didn't even realize how young everybody was. I try really hard to not assume anything, and even though that they appear to be a lot younger in age than obviously I am, I didn't think that they were still actually in school. And knowing that makes me that much more impressed with what I saw with the music video. I felt like it was entertaining. It was fresh and it was like updated. It felt like the old music videos that I used to watch when I was like a teenager. I feel like music videos have kind of been lacking a lot of inspiration lately because everybody's kind of playing out the same concepts over and over again. The idea in the music video I thought was really fresh, and I thought overall the musicianship was great. Half of that video is me pretty much talking about how much I loved that riff that they played throughout that song. I see that they still have quite a bit of songs for me to check out, so I'm excited to hear more, and we're going to go ahead and check out Hold.
Do you really wanna go to see a amazing pure show? We go to the sunrise, only once, not twice. There's no time for joking. We're so tired of waiting to act you like a savior. To feel the fresh and sunny wind, which will lead us to the dream, and nothing gonna save you. Feel the fresh and sunny wind, which will let us to the dream. Let us to the dream. Hold my hand, hold my hand. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid. They will never find us. They will never catch us. Up and up, up and up. Up and up, up and up. They will never find us. They will never catch us.
Oh boy, let's stop it right there, because man, I got the hair standing up on this one too. This song is so much different from the overall vibe of Same Kid, and the fact that I jumped straight into like the deep cut, like more sad and like more sober song this way. There was like this emotion behind this song, and like I can feel it, like just hearing it. It's extremely moving, even though it's like this simple riff and like this simple melody. There's just so much volume behind the soulfulness of this song. There's like a seriousness to it where I feel like they display it perfectly through this music video with bringing like one band member in it at a time. Like the way she looked at the camera before she was getting ready to start singing. Like the little nuances of like all the different band members throughout the entire video, I feel like are just very deep and moving. I feel like sometimes you can just feel in the music the difference of like how when the songwriter is portraying the actual art to you, like you can just feel a difference in like how much more real, how much more like the feel and like the pain, wherever that came from, like whatever kind of like situation and like where you were really taking yourself when you were writing on about this subject, and this is what you came up with. Like you could just feel that being translated to the audience. This band is amazing for the fact that they gave me like these kind of same feelings, 2 for 2 in 2 totally different subject matters. This is exactly what I look for when it comes to new music, no matter which country, no matter what the subject matter, is I'm always looking for that real and that feeling that you really would put into your art, and I can tell that this is one of those groups that's going to continue to keep doing that.
We will go far from here. Come on, baby, quickly, yeah. We keep our goals alive, and the stars shining high. My stars shining high. Mother, just take it to another life. We will move with the speed of light. Like the riders of of the storm. This is what we're born for, what we're born for. Hold my hand, hold my hand. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid. They will never find us, they will never catch us. Up and up, up and up, up and up, up and up. They will never find us, they will never catch us.
Just a little too early. She was holding that pose on her face, and I was like sitting there thinking, I'm like, oh man, that's so cool. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know anybody's names yet. I know that there's a few members of the band that have kind of come and gone from just one circumstances or the other. So I know that the lineup probably from this video is maybe a little different from the current lineup, but I do know the singer is the same because she's the same one, so I really like her a lot. The girl right here, which I'm assuming is the drummer, I really love her hair. It's so cool. The backup vocals sounded so nice on this song. It sounded like a one take. It sounded like they were just recorded this all in the same session, and that's what it sounded like. It sounded like it wasn't even like a pre-recorded. It sounded like a live version, like they're in the studio doing this. Homegirl in the back with no shoes on, I don't know why. I feel like it's on purpose that she has no shoes on, and I feel like like I said earlier, there's just something about the art that they gave us here that just really, it makes you feel something. And I feel like even just her with the bare feet just kind of makes you feel something about this overall subject matter with this song. To me, what I took away from this is it sounded a lot about like liars and people that give you like false promises and unrealistic expectations. Like they tell you one thing and that's not what ends up happening, and how much that could really have an effect on somebody. Especially when it comes to a band in the music industry. Oh my God, there are so many terrible people out here in this world that are just using so many people to try to benefit themselves, and there's just a bunch of liars and snakes out there. The lead singer, I promise I will remember her name by the next video, because this is becoming already very quickly one of the bands that I'm really quickly falling in love with and really enjoying listening to their music and just knowing their story. And everything that they've gone through is just incredibly inspiring. And like their music is so good. Why would we not want to help try to support and get more people to hear this? Because it's so amazing. But back to the lead singer girl. Her little Billy Joe Armstrong, kind of like American Idiot swag in this video. Really loved that. I thought it was super cool. I feel like it had like this idea of like this like punk rock attitude with this overall serious subject matter, where everybody else, like I said, is very like still and very soft, and just the overall vibe is just kind of different. And she is like the main focal point of the video. Like she kind of dances a little bit in between stuff. Like everybody else is just kind of sticking to their thing, and she's like the main focus of this video. And even though it's a simple like one take shot, it is such a cool concept and so intriguing, and I just enjoyed every minute of it. Even though it's something that I've seen stuff like this played out before, I felt like this was fresh, this was new, this was entertaining. It just really drew me in and made me love the song that much more. I am really excited to check out more from this band, and if you have one that you think is like the absolute next one I need to check out, make sure to let me know. Until then, I appreciate you so much for hanging out with me today, and if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there is always room for you. Until next time, I appreciate you for watching.